Hey guys, how's it going? I would like to talk to you today about a ProTech, and this one was not sent in by my buddy Gil, but it was sent in by my buddy over at T1 Gear Reviews. Awesome dude. He's helping me out with a couple of different things and sent in a couple of knives, and I think this is the last one in the group in the bundle that he sent me to talk about. And this is, again, a ProTech that I don't really have much negative to say about ProTech. So spoiler alert, ProTech's pretty awesome, guys. So this is the Operator TR-3X1. I don't know how people come up with these names, but this is a really cool, all blacked out with a tritium on the push button. So we will do a little bit of a loom shot and see if that picks up or not. I have not checked to see what that looks like under the camera yet, so we'll see. It's 4 5/8 inch closed. Just a hair under 8 inches overall. 3.34 inch blade, 3.24 cutting edge. It is CPM. It is 154 cm. Blade thickness is 0.124. Overall thickness of 0.494 and weighs in at 3.7 ounces. So it is super lightweight, super blacked out, super stealth, and just works really well as all ProTech automatics are. Now, the other operator I just did the other day was also all blacked out. It was the Operator Godfather from Gil, and much like that one, this particular one has a completely sterile blade also. No markings on the front or the back. And I love that. I just absolutely love it. Made it a little tough for me to tell what the steel was. I had to go look that up. But that's okay. This has a fish scale pattern milled in, which gives you just enough grip and texture. Gives you a little bit of texture. It's not super aggressive, as you can see. It's really just milled into, but it does give you something to grip onto. Nice lanyard hole. No backspacer. It is just two halves put together. The pocket clip works great. Nothing too fancy. In the way that this is shaped, I'm not sure you could really do a much deeper carry clip, so I'm totally good with the way they did that. They did relieve the milling under the pocket clip, which is super awesome. That is just thinking ahead, because oftentimes, and I don't think I have one here on the table that I can grab to show that. Maybe I'll reach back and see if I can grab something off the back table. But what happens is if they did the milling all the way under the pocket clip, the tension of the clip would really make this milling more aggressive inside the pocket, and it would tend to really grab on the pocket more. This is pretty mild milling. You know, it's not very aggressive. It's not super grippy. But the more grippy it is, the more that's important to flatten that out or just omit engraving under the clip. It really aids in the usability of getting it in and out of the pocket. Typical ProTech, awesome deployment. The pocket clip feels good in the hand. You could sort of choke up, but not really. It's not a finger choil. That is just a sharpening choil. But it feels really good in the hand. If you were going to do a reverse grip, that ramp there for your thumb is nice. So it does work in a reverse grip. Again, I am not some knife fighter dude, so I don't know when that is applicable or when it is not. So let's do a couple size comparisons here. And I will lean back. Here's the Sharpie. And let me see if I can grab the other knife I was thinking of with the milling on the underside of the clip. So you got the Sharpie, We got the Spyderco Delica, which has a little bit. This is not the one I was thinking of, but it does have some milling. But what they did on the Spyderco is they kind of put a pad there where the clip is. So this one is not really that bad. Let's go with the Holt Spectre. Roughly basically the same exact size as the Holt Spectre, give or take. The blade may be a hair longer on the Spectre because I think the handle is a little shorter. But this one does have some milling underneath the clip, but it's just one kind of ridge. So this one does not have that problem. The AD20 does have that problem. This is a much more aggressive texturing than the ProTech. And this one does kind of want to grab on the pocket because it is milled out underneath the clip. So that's my kind of one negative with this 80/20. I kind of wish that the G10 on this side was a little bit less aggressive in the texturing. So we're getting close. I mean, the 80/20 is a bit longer overall. For sure, the blade length is a little longer as well if we put the tips of the blades together. You know, it's a slightly longer blade. Does fit your hand a little bit better. But the jimping on the texturing on the G10 is kind of aggressive for your pocket. So that is one negative that I have with the 80/20. And how about the ProTech next to the large Sebenza 21? So I want to thank T1 for sending this in again and for the little bit of side stuff he's helping me with on the backside. So go check out. There will be a link to his channel down below. So go check that out. Let's take a look at this push button and see if that shows up on camera. Yeah, slightly. Again, it's just a little tritium tube. It looks a little bit better to the naked eye. Yeah, it's about the same to the naked eye. But yeah, is that going to help you see it in the dark if this is on your nightstand? Like, no, it's really not. As it kind of gets farther away, even to the naked eye, it's a novelty type of thing. Much like the Spyderco Delica that glows in the dark as well, it's a novelty thing. It's not going to glow all night long. It only glows on the side that was facing up. You know, I mean, it's a novelty thing in the knife world. In the watch world, yes, it plays a part so that you can read your watch at night. In the knife world, it's a novelty, but it's a really cool novelty that we like. Well, I love. So that's why I bought that Delica, because I needed one that glue in the dark. Once I knew that they had one, I bought one right away. So there you go, guys. The ProTech Operator TR-3X1. Just rolls right off the tongue now, doesn't it? So thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.